This is the Giants Postcast, your instant game reaction for the San Francisco Giants, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Yo, what's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Locked On Giants Postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel. You may know me as the former producer for the Murph and Mac Morning Show on KMBR, or maybe from some of these other Locked On Sports Postcasts we do. We also do the Locked On 49ers Squad Show, which just launched yesterday. Great time. If you haven't checked it out, please do so. And also the Locked On Warriors Postcast. But today, the Giants somehow found a way to win a series against the best team in all of MLB after taking the rubber match from the Brewers today 4-3. I am baffled that this team was able to somehow win this series. They played the Brewers tough all throughout, and they really honestly had a chance to sweep this series. Luis Matos mashed throughout this entire series and continued to do so today, coming up with a 2-run blast to give the Giants an early lead and delivering a clutch base hit during the rally that ultimately put them ahead in the top of the ninth. In the win, it's nice. Don't get me wrong. I'm never going to be upset about a win, but it's a little bit frustrating because it's a brief glimpse into what this team could have been all season long. We'll break it all down, but first I want to thank all of you for watching us on the Locked On Giants YouTube channel. Please, if you aren't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now. Thanks also for listening on the Locked On Giants podcast feed. However you're tuning in, we appreciate it. And make sure to check out the Locked On Giants Daily Show for more in-depth coverage. My guy, Alan Stiles, does a great job. And in this one, I mean, as I said, Luis Matos hammered that early 2-run home run. We'll get into Luis Matos' day a little bit more in depth, but the Giants, they took that early 2-0 lead. Brewers slowly chip away 1 run in each frame in the second, the third, and the fifth to take a 3-2 lead going into the ninth inning, all the way into the ninth inning, because the Giants doing the same thing that they've been doing recently, jumping out to an early lead and then just coasting the rest of the game. And finally, I see my guy Jerry, one of our everydayers, beat me to the punch. Finally, a clutch hit in the ninth inning. And it wasn't just one, man. It was a bunch of them. I felt like every at-bat, you could kind of feel the tension in that top of the ninth, and the Giants delivered. I mean, this season, I have very seldomly seen this team come up and execute the way that they did in this ninth inning. And it started out with a Matt Chapman double, a line drive to right field, and it was a similar situation to the other day where Luis Matos was rewarded with a double after he probably should have just had a single, because a Milwaukee Brewers outfielder wants to sell out for a ball and dive for a ball that you probably should just play straight up. And again, it cost the Brewers in both situations. So the Brewers playing ultra aggressive, and the Giants given gifts in both situations and capitalized on it. So Matt Chapman ends up on second after that hit to right field, and then after Wilmer Flores strikes out, I mean, that was just it felt like things were going to go the opposite way at that moment, because you never want to see a strikeout after a leadoff double. It just really puts you behind the situation. All Wilmer needed to do was a ground ball to the right side. That's really all he needed. Couldn't even get that. Up comes Luis Matos next, and he delivers a single man right between third base and shortstop, and he hit that ball so damn hard that it got into left field so quick that Chapman really had no chance to score on it. He hit that ball 109 miles an hour, even though it was entirely on the ground, rolling all the way out to Christian Yelich in left field. It got out there real quick, so no chance for Chapman to score on that play, but a huge moment for Luis Matos, who was able to do exactly what he needed to do in that situation to get the runner over to third base with less than 2 outs. So Luis Matos, huge moment there for the Giants. Then after a Rafi Devers strikeout and a Jung-Hoo Lee walk, you got the bases loaded for Elliot Ramos, which leads me to our turning point.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
And Elliot Ramos steps into the box with, I mean, the Giants had no momentum going at any point in time. And I did not believe that the Giants were going to score any of these runs until I saw them actually cross the plate. Luis Matos did what he could in that situation. He's about the only guy I believed in that ninth inning. He was the only guy who I was like, I feel like this guy's going to come up with a hit right now. Ramos standing there in the box was 0 for 4 to that point prior. Slaps a single right out into center field. Chapman scores, Matos scores, and the Giants take a 4-3 lead. And that 2-out at bat by Elliot Ramos was very, very, very impressive to me. The Giants have been, absolutely awful in these situations throughout the whole season long. And earlier in the game, the 2-run home run by Luis Matos also came with 2 outs, meaning all 4 of the Giants' runs today score with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. And that was important to me. That was a big key in this one because the Giants are one of the worst teams in all of baseball with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. They're batting .231 in such situations. Just really, really bad stuff from the Giants. The rest of the league is pretty much well ahead of them in this category. They have just been just horrible in these situations. So ultimately, they're able to get it done in this moment. Elliot Ramos comes through in the ninth. Big moment for him. But ultimately, he doesn't get today's player of the game because I got to give it to Luis Matos. The kid just played so damn well today and throughout the whole series. So let's get into it. Today's player of the game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
And the obvious reason why we're giving it to Matos is because this guy has had multi-hit games in every single game this series. Luis Matos has been so good as of late. And it's not a coincidence, man. Like the more playing time this guy gets, the better he performs. He's got a three-game hit streak. He's 6 for his last 11 coming into today. This guy was very good this series. Coming into today, he was also 4 of 7. With a bunch of extra base hits and RBIs, and this guy has been very good on this road trip in this series against Milwaukee. And since he got called back up from AAA on Thursday, it's been a night and day difference from what we've seen from the Giants in right field the rest of the season. Matos, I think, is showing you something here. And a lot of people in this Giants fan base have been banging on the door for Matos to get this opportunity. We've seen him get this opportunity in the past. And guess what? In the past, when he has had a nice long stretch of playing time, we have seen this from Luis Matos before. This is not like an aberration. This isn't coming out of nowhere. Luis Matos can play. We know this. And I don't know what else this guy has to do to earn some playing time, man. Over his last 10 games, he's batting .345, 10 hits, 2 bombs, 4 ribbies. I'll take that, man, any day of the week. The Giants' right field experiment has been so bad this season. Luis Matos has to be the guy, right? Like, if you're going to give somebody a shot out there, why not have it be Luis Matos? If it's someone that's currently in the organization for next season, it's got to be Matos. There's no other guy that I really feel confident in the Giants running out there into right field. And it's still a little bit of an adventure with Luis Matos. You saw defensively in this game, you saw a ball hit over his head yet again that he ran in on yet again. And he was ultimately able to get back, make the catch and secure the out. But it's an adventure out there in right field with Luis Matos. And at Oracle Park, that's a big deal, man. Like, you got to be able to play that gap, that wall very soundly. And Luis Matos, he's a lot of things, but a sound defender is not one of them quite yet. But all that will come with time. If he's going to get better at it, he's going to need more reps. So I don't think that he's shown you anything to make you say that he shouldn't get those reps. Luis Matos has had plenty of success with the Giants when he's had a long runway as a starter. I remember last year during the stretch when the Giants kind of put him in that after Jung-Hoo Lee got hurt, and they kind of said publicly, Matos is our center fielder for the time being, for the foreseeable future, and then sent him back down 2 weeks later and completely destroyed the guy's confidence. It's not a matter of skill with Luis Matos. It's a matter of confidence. It's a matter of consistency. It's really hard to hit well when you don't know when your next at bat is coming, when you're just going to jump off the bench cold in the 8th inning, in the 9th inning of a game, and try to come up with a base hit. It is really tough when those are the environments that you're operating in. When you know what you're doing every day, what's expected of you every day, you can show up at the yard, get into a little bit of a routine. You can start to put some stuff together, and that's what you're seeing from this kid right now. I think that he absolutely deserves a shot at going at being the Giants' everyday right fielder going into next season. So Luis Matos gets our player of the game, and I think that this is going to be a bigger topic going forward. Luis Matos being the right fielder of the future. We know a lot of the Giants have a lot of question marks. Right field's one of them, and this kid could be the answer. Again, I think that Casey Schmidt is the creme de la creme, the cream of the crop for the young prospects. I'm grouping all these guys together in the prospects bucket, like Luis Matos and Casey Schmidt and et cetera, et cetera. But of all these young guys who are in competition in the Giants organization to hold down a starting spot for next year, I have the most confidence in Casey Schmidt still. I said that yesterday. I stand by what I said. But Luis Matos, he's given you some reason to be excited about him going into next year as well. So again, Matos, multi-hit games in every single game against the Milwaukee Brewers. This road trip has just been unreal. This kid has just been mashing the whole time. He's a big reason why the Giants won this series. We got to take a quick break here. On the other side, we'll get into Robbie Ray's day a little bit. Got to talk about this bullpen because they were excellent today. And we also got to get into what you'll be talking about after this one. All that and more coming up next on the Locked On Giants postcast. Today's show is brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. Time to fuel up and turn it up with 5 Hour Energy Transfusion. This grape, ginger, and lime flavor shot brings the iconic taste of a golf course favorite to a non-alcoholic boost. Perfect for sinking birdies or making great memories with friends. It's a hole-in-one for your energy game. Whether you're out on the course or just need a little extra push to power through your day, 5 Hour Energy Transfusion delivers the clubhouse flavor you love without ever leaving the green. And it's great both on the golf course and off, right? Like I got a lot of jobs that I juggle in my life between my regular 9 to 5, all the postcasts that we do. I do some other stuff with Stanford Athletics as well. And I need that caffeine, that easy, accessible energy boost throughout the day. 5 Hour Energy is the easiest thing for me to grab on a regular basis. It's super convenient. You never got to worry about, rushing to drink your cup of coffee and it being way too hot at the time, but you just need the energy right now. 5 Hour Energy, always ready to go. Any situation on the golf course or not. And golf is about good times with good people and good flavors. The grape, ginger, lime flavor of 5 Hour Energy Transfusion gives you the best parts of your clubhouse go-to without leaving the course or chasing down that bev cart. Now you can amp up the fun even more. Just buy, snap, and enter for a chance to win a dream golf trip for 2 to any golf tournament in the USA. Tee up that trip. Visit 5hewin.com for full rules and entry. No purchase necessary. Excludes the Masters tournament. Ends October 31st, 2025. And today's show is also sponsored by FanDuel. August 26th is officially FanDuel Futures Day, a brand new holiday for football fans who live for bold predictions and preseason hunches. Just 2 days away. For just 24 hours, FanDuel is giving you deals on NFL season predictions. So whether you're calling for MVP, eyeing a long shot division winner, or ready to crown your Super Bowl champ before week 1 even kicks off, this is your moment. I've been telling you guys all week long, I'm picking Lamar Jackson for my MVP. I think that Lamar is just so incredibly talented, and the Ravens as a whole are a very, very, very good team this year. Always the chance of voter fatigue with a guy who's won an MVP before, but I think it's going to be Lamar Jackson this season. So visit the FanDuel app today and start planning your futures bets now, because FanDuel Futures Day is 1 day and 1 day only. FanDuel, play your game. Welcome back to the Locked On Giants postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel, and today the Giants somehow, some way, find a way to beat the best team in baseball 2 games out of 3. I'm baffled. I'm absolutely baffled by this. It's just it's wild that this team was able to was able to actually win. I mean, I just do not understand how this team plays down to their competition so much. The White Sox, the Marlins. Just so many times this season, the Giants have lost to just awful, bad teams, the Pirates. And for you to come in here into Milwaukee and beat the Brewers, and not only that, but the Giants played them really, really, really tight on Friday too. It was a 5-4 situation where they lost it, and the Giants had tied that game up in the 9th too. The Giants damn near swept the Brewers. That I can't. I had to say it twice because I myself can't believe it. It's completely bonkers that this team just is so Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. 62-68 on the season, or 63-68 on the season now with the win. I can't get a read on this team, man. Like, I know that they're not a good baseball team at this point. I think we all can collectively say that. But I think it's hard to sit here and say that this team is absolute dog water when they're able to beat the Brewers in a series. It's so incredibly frustrating, man. I mean, I guess when you get Logan Webb and Robbie Ray starting 2 of those 3 games in any one series, it's going to give you a chance. But nonetheless, it is just infuriating watching this team play up to high levels of competition and play down to bad levels of competition. It's Giants baseball at its most quintessential point, right? It's not at its finest, that's for sure, because it's frustrating as hell. But the Giants, at least they're not just completely falling off a cliff. At least this series, for a second, you were able to watch this these games at like this whole entire series. There was never once where I just watched this team and just shook my head and put my head in my hands and said, this team is unwatchably bad. I just do not want to watch this team anymore. It's actually been fun. All 3 of these games were entertaining. The Giants actually scored some runs, and it was competitive all throughout. So it was an enjoyable series to watch, which is something I could not say for the last several series that the Giants played. Like, do you have fun watching that Padres series? Do you have fun watching that Rays series? What about the Padres series? Before the Rays series, either one of the 2 Padres series. What about the Nats series? Absolutely none of those were enjoyable to watch. None of them. So the Giants putting together something that gives you a little bit of enjoyment as a fan, just at a surface level. That was nice to be able to see again, right? It was good to just be able to sit down, watch a Giants game, and not get so incredibly frustrated that I want to just turn it off. So it was a nice weekend to be a Giants fan. And Robbie Ray today, very, very good. Again, yet another solid start for Robbie Ray. Also gave up yet another home run. That Robbie Ray home run trend continues. But ultimately, he got out of this one 5 innings, only 3 earned runs. Robbie walked 4 and struck out 0. Very weird day for Robbie Ray. But when guys were hitting the ball, they just weren't getting very much oomph on it. I mean, he had 5 flyouts, only 2 groundouts. So, I mean, just a very average statistical day for Robbie Ray, but still ends up going 5 innings and getting out of this one with only the 3 runs. 80 pitches only for Robbie Ray. So that's kind of something I think is good. I don't think you need Robbie Ray going out there and throwing 100 damn pitches every time when he's never pitched a complete season post Tommy John. And we got another month plus of the season left to play. You still got to have some guys to be able to start the rest of these games. So maybe giving Robbie Ray a little bit of a breather in some of these games would be good. He also had a couple innings where he just threw a ton of pitches, and you know, the Brewers were ultimately getting to him a little bit. Durbin got into a double, and Yelich singled him in to score the tying run in the bottom of the 3rd. And then in that 5th inning, Durbin, again, another extra base hit for him, but this one goes all the way over the fence. So a home run for Durbin to put the Brewers up by 1 in the 5th inning. And after that, Robbie was pretty much done, got out of that. Ended up getting out of that inning with a nice double play. But after that, he was showing a lot of signs. He was giving up a lot of hard contact. He was showing that he was pretty well spent on the day. But ultimately, here comes the bullpen, and they did a great job today. I mean, you saw a lot of arms. Peguero, who's been pretty solid and is very, very, very few the few moments we've seen him in with the big league squad. I mean, just came up a couple days ago, and he's been pretty good. 1.2 innings pitched, gave up a couple hits, but nothing else, no runs. He did a pretty good job negotiating those runners on base and getting out of the situation. Buto picks up the win. He had a nice inning. Gage faced one batter, had a nice 3rd of an inning, and then Ryan Walker comes in, gets the save, and a couple of strikeouts in that 9th inning. His 11th save of the season. The Giants, they look pretty all right today. You know what I mean? Like they were a fun team to watch. I'm not going to say that the Giants are a good team because we know they're not. But ultimately, hey, it sticks with the theme of what are we looking for into next year. And after this one, I think that's what you're going to be talking about, is that you got a little bit more insight into what the Giants might look like next season.
This is what you'll be talking about.
And what I'm talking about, what I think you'll be talking about too, is Luis Matos. This is the Luis Matos series. He definitely earns himself a little bit of goodwill with how he played, with how he hit, especially in this series. Not necessarily defensively, showed some issues there. But as far as the bat, There's no issues right now with that bat that Luis Matos is swinging. I think he's absolutely going to have some more opportunities down the stretch, and maybe we'll have some opportunities to hold down that right field spot to start next season. I see James in the chat right now saying that it's time to accept that none of them are the answer, and that very well could be the case. I'm not someone who's going to sit here and say Luis Matos is better than any option the Giants could go out and get. They should explore any and all options at almost every single one of these positions that they have question marks at. I'm talking about second base, catcher, right field. I mean, if you can get a first base rental until Eldridge is ready, if he's not ready by the start of next year, then go ahead and look for that as well. I mean, the Giants need assistance. And I mean, I don't even think that left field is 100% locked down. I'm not saying ship Ramos out, but I'm not saying that you shouldn't explore options there either. You should look at everything on the table if you are the Giants in the offseason. Every single player that is hitting the free agent market in any of these positions should be someone that the Giants consider and look at, if for no other reason than to just create a little position competition in camp and to make a guy like Pat Bailey have to compete for his job and actually hit the damn ball to earn it, or you know, a guy like to push a guy like Ramos out there in left field. I would not be against that either. So the Giants should not be against shopping around to go improve this roster. In fact, they absolutely should shop around and improve this roster. If they don't, at least a little bit, then we're probably going to see this exact same team next season. And I don't think anyone wants that. So you got to find some answers. Maybe Luis Matos is part of the answer, part of the solution in right field. He will get some more opportunities before the end of this year to you know, move the needle in one direction or the other. We'll see in a couple months how we're feeling about Luis Matos taking right field. But as of today, as of right now, I like what I'm seeing from the kid. Let him keep playing. Let him get some more games and some more reps out there. And I think that's what you're going to be talking about after this one. Thanks so much for tuning in. That's all the time that we got for you guys today. It's been a slog this season for the Giants, but this series right here, just these last 3 games, enjoyable. At least it's been enjoyable and easy to watch if you're a Giants fan. It's all the time we got. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel. We'll see you next time. Peace.